Yourself.
Hey everybody, it's another episode of Go Flix Yourself. My name is Ben Konowitz, and with me as always is the Victoria Jackson to my Steve Martin, Bradford Oman.
Hey, that's me.
Is that Mr. Bill?
Oh no.
And the Martin Short to my Steve Martin, Nate Loucks.
You're an asshole.
I just wanted to see what Brad was going to do on that one. Because I saw it go to his face, like going like, wait a second.
Yeah, first of all, you don't even like when TV is talked about on this podcast, so to do this opener is just really disingenuous. And on top of that,
It's not disingenuous.
you're
We
just a
watched-
fucking prick.
We watched the 50th SNL.
Victoria Jackson is a right-wing nut job now.
Exactly.
And you
if the
make
shoe fits.
Nate the second best person from from SNL history. Like
The
host-
second best person in the Steve Martin and Martin Short partnership.
Yep.
I mean,
I
like
do.
you're just like you're crap.
I feel like when he gets this upset, it means I fucking nailed
You get it.
You know,
did.
I really
That's
got
right.
it
That's
dialed
right.
in.
It was just I wanted to
Just
see his
right
face because I
there.
knew
Just
he was going to
dialed
get
in.
upset.
The thing. I think the thing
God,
that
I
makes
love this
that
so
makes-
much. I almost didn't want to. I almost told you guys I gotta go to bed.
What's so
I
funny
can't.
about
I can't
this?
record this one tonight. It's worth it now. I'm back in. I'm back in, baby.
What's
My
so-
voice feels great right now.
What's so funny about this is just this week I shared with Nate an anniversary of the origins of Ben and I doing stand-up where Ben fully says that I am fucking hilarious. And that's on top of the fact that all of his friends keep telling him that I'm funnier than he is, and they laugh at my jokes.
that second thing has never happened, but also
The second thing happens all the time.
And
they literally want
leaves
me to host things that
very-
Ben hosts poorly.
They give me you're leaving out a very important context here, which is I was bringing him up on stage and I was showing and ladies and gentlemen, he's hilarious, Brad Oman, because I had to do my job.
No.
No, I will say.
Yeah, go ahead, Nate.
I
Tell
will
the truth.
say, you were clearly drunk.
Oh, there it is.
You
Come on, say no more.
No.
You
Ben,
said
there's-
something on his Facebook, and you're like, "Hey, we're gonna do this stand-up thing. I would love to have you be part of it. You're hilarious."
No, see, that's the thing is Ben used to just be honest and nice.
No, but I took it as you must have been drinking.
Yeah, no, I was drinking.
Oh, well, he's always
Heavily,
drinking. It's
yeah.
just a matter of
That's my superpower. I'm always drunk. So
yeah, you know.
But I will say this to stick up for Brad. I don't think he is as right wing as Victoria Jackson.
it's close, but
No, not as.
sorry, Mrs. Jackson.
Maybe Rob Schneider,
Woo.
but
I am for real with
not. Maybe Will Jim Brewer.
Yeah, you got a real MAGA hat brewing. Yep. Hey, by the way, guys, welcome to Go Flix Yourself,
This is a movie podcast.
where we talk about the latest movies and TV shows that we've seen. And
It's not a fucking dipshit podcast, even though Ben likes to pretend it is at the top of the hour.
yeah, I introduced my favorite dipshit. It's you, buddy. It's always been you.
You're the first one who you talk about, so
No.
you're the dipshit.
I love you. It's been like weeks. We haven't done shit. We've been very sick.
Speak for yourselves.
Nate's been healthy as a fucking horse, evidently. Brad and I are dying inside. So I do apologize for the state of my voice. We just recorded a 2-hour podcast on the 10 to 1 on the 50th anniversary special that was Saturday Night Live on Sunday night. As my
The big 5-0.
as Rune, the 10-year-old in my life, said, why isn't it called Sunday Night Live? It was a good joke, Rune. Great job,
It
buddy.
was solid.
Better than anything Brad said all night. But let's start off, as we always do, with a game.
Nope.
I tried.
The only game we're playing tonight is Hide Ben's Medication.
I don't know how to play that.
Oh, you'll learn real quick. We're going to kill him.
Have you guys seen my gout medication?
See, Nate, I told you, the game is afoot.
No, the gout's in my foot.
Guys,
Yeah.
Who's who's our sponsor, buddy?
What is that?
let me ask you something.
What is it?
Is there a treat
In your hand? Yeah.
from a fictional world
Yeah.
Yes.
that you
Yes.
have always wanted to try?
Yes.
But you
I
never
want to
have.
know if the snozzberries taste like snozzberries.
It's pretty good. Is it only wallpaper form, or you want
Yeah.
to have a snozzberry?
No,
You wanna lick some
I want
wallpaper?
to lick the wallpaper. I've
Okay.
been licking so much wallpaper.
Sounds sexual.
And it's really not.
Yeah,
No, it's literally every house I go to.
it's upsetting in a variety of ways. Ben,
I want to eat the hand of JD eating the hand of Turk in Scrubs and it's chocolate.
Yes.
I want that.
TV show.
I know, but
Hey,
you said
stop
fictional.
fighting. Stop fighting this. He's finally going where we want him
fictional.
to go.
That's a good point.
I want to eat that chocolate hand.
Okay. All right. It's fine. I guess.
What do you like better, the snozzberry or the chocolate hand?
The snozzberry.
Thank you.
I want lickable wallpaper too. Really, I'll take anything from Wonka's Chocolate Factory. The Gobstopper is real. The Wonka bar is technically real, but like,
Yeah, I never thought that the Wonka bar that we got was akin to the Wonka.
yeah, they
Wonka bar
came out with one that had like graham cracker pieces in it. I'm like, nah, that's not a Wonka bar.
That wouldn't be a Wonka bar. You go fuck yourself.
Yeah. I think they tried.
Oh, you
to,
tell me that Oompa Loompas did this? You go fuck yourself, Slugworth.
They tried to do a Scrumdiddlyumptious bar once, and it just wasn't anything special. I honestly,
I guarantee you, not Wonka approved.
it was incredibly frustrating that when Wonka came out with Timmy C, that they didn't do some kind of big candy collaboration to actually release legit Wonka candy.
Exactly.
It was terrible marketing on their part. I have no idea. I know part of the reason is because Wonka is a trademark owned by like an actual candy company. Working them out might have been difficult, but come on, you can do
No, it's
something.
not. I mean,
you're leaving money on the table. Everyone would love to try chocolates.
Must be nice to have that much money. where
Yeah,
you're just
exactly.
willing to leave millions of dollars on the table.
All right,
Yeah, it's pretty nice.
Well, I'm gonna give you a treat. I'm not gonna tell you what it is yet. Don't look at the wrapper in case it gives it away. You'll know what it is when you see it, but you won't know what the flavor is. So, just deal with that. You're such a lump.
He threw the candy at me. I didn't even move. I just let it hit the
To be
couch.
fair, even if I didn't throw candy at him, he's not
All right,
moving.
for our listeners, this looks like butterscotch,
It's a Hershey Kiss.
It's a Hershey Kiss, yeah.
but it's like more of a brownish or like a maybe.
I'm okay.
It's a beige khaki Hershey Kiss. It's a Dockers
Oh,
Hershey
that's
Kiss.
fucking
Look, it
horrible.
looks like a butterscotch.
That's horrible.
Tastes like a butterscotch, or like a.
Oh, that's terrible. Oh,
What is that?
Ben, do you not like butterscotch as a flavor?
Was it butterscotch?
whatever that is. No,
It's close. You don't like?
It tastes like You ever use that? You don't? Do either one of you bite your nails?
No. I mean, I just bite them once.
I don't like eat them.
Yeah.
I chew the shit out of my nails.
Like nervously.
Yeah, subconsciously watching movies, whatever.
Yeah.
They're my cuticles, everything, disgusting. And in college, I tried to use the
The thing you spray on. so that you don't-
transparent
Yeah.
nail polish that tastes like
Was
shit.
was it delicious?
That's what that tastes like. The thing that makes you not want to eat things.
I think your taste buds are messed up because you're coughing like a terrible patient.
No, I just don't like that taste.
Ben,
It tastes like fake licorice plastic.
Nate, what do you think?
It's fine.
You're correct about the butterscotch influence.
Mm-hmm.
These are Harry Potter Butterbeer Hershey Kisses.
Butterbeer is butterscotch.
Butterbeer has a butterscotch flavor to it.
Yeah,
There are other elements that are mixed in. I don't know what the recipe is for actual butterbeer. They sell at like Universal Studios and stuff like that, which
never had
is
that.
delicious, by the way. I had a frozen butterbeer when I went to Hogsmeade at Harry Potter Universal Studios. Did you guys have butterbeer when you went, Ben?
We did with the hot version because it was 40 fucking degrees when we went.
I would love to try the hot version, but when I went, it was 100 degrees,
Yeah.
and I enjoyed myself.
Yeah, I know. I didn't. I had fun. It was kids were upset. It was 40 degrees ago. We wasted money on Airbnb.
With a pool.
Wasted money on Airbnb with a pool that I didn't get to use.
But did it have a hot tub?
It was broken, so it didn't work.
The hot tub was?
It didn't keep temperature the first day, and then the second day, the maintenance guy came. He was very nice, and he fixed the hot tub. And he said, "Yeah, it works." And so we got in. It was very hot, and we pressed the button for the jets, and it didn't work. So we sat in tepid hot water with no jets as it rained, and was 40 degrees. But the other good news was the house otherwise was a piece of shit.
Was it almost free?
Oh, that's the best part. It was $3,000 because of the proximity of the park. So,
This just gets better and
yeah,
better.
no, honestly.
So it was good.
The
Butterbeer was good.
Can't
Listeners,
wait
I
to
gotta
go
tell you
back.
this,
Can't
by the
wait
way.
to go
One of my
back.
favorite pictures of Ben ever is he decided to go to Florida and rent. What car did you rent? What was it?
So I thought it'd be fun for the
It was
boys.
a convertible of
It was
something.
a Camaro. So on Turo.com you can rent. So this is a 20.
That's where all the terrorists are using that now, right?
Are they really?
Yeah, that's like where the guy that did the bombing.
Oh, okay. I didn't know this.
Yeah.
I like Turo a lot because, again,
It's like Airbnb for cars.
it
right?
is. But the cool thing is, if you don't give a shit about the year, you can really get a good deal. So like, if you try to go to Hertz and rent a convertible Camaro, it was like $3,000.
Yep.
And the 2020 one that I rented was a perfectly nice car, and it was like $600 for the week.
Yeah.
It was awesome. So I thought the boys were gonna have a great time, and they did. But I didn't realize by having Ender sit behind me, I couldn't put the seat all the way back, and it propped me up. I was looking over the top of the car. My eyes were windburned because I was looking over the top. It looked like there's a scene.
I just feel like indicative of your whole week.
You look like you got a full size car from Temu.
Yep, that's basically how it felt too.
Like it was like an adult Power Wheels car.
There's video of me and Ashley is recording it, and I was like, it's cold or something like that. And she's like, where? And I go, on my face, as I'm driving 40 miles an hour down the highway in the convertible.
I just love this idea of you being like the active and involved and trying to be caring stepdad and nothing working out.
I had it in my mind that this is going to be this incredible trip to Florida in the middle of winter where it's going to be, man, they're going to go swimming and we're going to have butterbeer and it's going to be great. And it was fucking miserable the whole time.
How was the butterbeer though?
I didn't even have any. Ashley had it, and I was like, I'm good. We sat in Hogsmeade Tavern or whatever, and they brought over the food.
It's called the Three Broomsticks.
Yeah, they brought out the food 57 minutes after we ordered it, which was exactly what we wanted. It was awesome.
Now, buddy, you have in the past, you are a go with the flow kind of guy, but there is a limit for you where life gets you to a point where you quit.
I am.
Did you get there at all on the vacation?
I'm playing this up. We honestly had a fine time. My employees will yell at me sometimes because I'm too positive, right? They'll say like, because my car broke down. Oh well, hey, you were talking about getting a new car anyway. Like that's just kind of who I am.
But there is a limit.
And one of my guys literally told me, he's like, "Will you just stop being positive? I just need to vent right now, and you're being positive, and it's not helping." I'm like, "Oh shit, my bad." On this trip, I really was pretty positive about the whole thing. Hey, the lines are really short. Mm-hmm. They really were. Granted, the house sucked. I mean, it really did suck. The boys could have given a shit. They swam in 56-degree water. They were fine.
People pay good money for ice baths.
But I was so just like, fuck you. Because like the pictures online of this place and the actual, it's like.
Didn't match?
What's the thing with the Jurassic Park where they play like the flute? And,
oh, yeah.
That's how it looked, basically. the pictures were terrible. So anyway, we did have a very good time.
Well, thanks for listening, everyone. I got my laughs in.
Hershey's Butterbeer Kisses. I found them at CVS. They're starting to pop at Walmart. I think they're hitting for Easter, so keep an eye out. They have them in the little tubes with a butterbeer barrel, which is what I got, and they also have them in big bags. So if you need a nice butterbeer kiss, you know where to find them.
I will say, movie related, I did both escape rooms at Universal that are movie related. There's a Back to the Future escape room, and there is a Jurassic Park escape room, and they are both very well produced. Obviously, these are incredibly well done rooms, and they were fun for the boys who'd never done an escape room, and it was pretty fun for me. So that was worth it. I think honestly, it was a really really good time.
Did you watch any movies while you were in Florida?
I don't remember. It's been 4 weeks now.
It's upsetting.
Yeah, it's been a while.
Yeah. Well,
that's been a fucking episode.
Nice for you.
Yeah.
Nate, what's the last movie you saw, buddy?
The last movie I saw that I want to talk about 2 movies tonight. One of them is connected to a short game that I did make. If we want to play it later, but the first
I'm play now.
Let me talk about the movie first, Ben.
The first one. This is not connected to the game that I saw that I absolutely loved, and I've been telling everyone about it. Is a movie that you can watch, I think on Peacock now. I think is where I watched it. A movie called Conclave.
Yes.
I watched it too.
This movie was so good.
Why did you both look at me like I'm lying?
No, I believe you.
I think you actually talked about Conclave on the last episode. Go Flix yourself.
You did.
Did I? Because I feel like we haven't been together in 6 months. But if I did, forget it. Let's talk about the next movie.
If I did, forget it.
Did you watch it, really?
I did.
I don't think Ben had seen it at that time.
No, I had not. We watched it like a week and a half ago. I watched it honestly. I'll give you guys credit. I watched it on the recommendation of the both of you by saying this feels a lot more like a courtroom thriller.
Did it help that I saw it and liked it?
Yes.
Because again, when Brad sees something, it's like, oh, this is gonna be in like some kind of, and there is a Latin part, but like,
Yeah, it's hard to, when you got to read or, the other languages.
It was very good.
Things push you outside your comfort zone if you don't have to
these
watch
are-
an
it
anaconda
moves
blow up.
very
Great
quickly.
A-list actors at the top of their game.
Chewing up screen.
Yeah, Stanley Tucci.
Chewing up screen.
Chewing the scenery,
He's chewing up the screen.
doing their skits, their
Mm-hmm.
bits. No, but I mean, again, the cast is everything here. It's a character study on all of these men that are coming together and who's forced into the position, who's not, who's acting like they don't want it, who really does want it. It's like the same thing about like the United States president.
Well, no, you couldn't ask for a better year for this movie to come out because it's like an election year,
It's like whoever would want that doesn't deserve it.
Yeah.
Type thing. And holy crap, what a great movie! I was very, very happy.
All right, the other
And
movie,
it moves, right?
that very quickly.
Yeah,
Yep.
it never drags.
The other movie I saw, which is, I was looking for a coming of age film, just a fun film to watch. I had nothing in mind, but I like coming of age comedy or dramedies. And I'm like, you know what? I'm gonna rewatch American Pie,
Oh,
but then I decided not to,
it's a cool story.
Wow.
and I decided I'm not gonna rewatch American Pie.
I'm gonna watch it for the first time.
I'm gonna
So I
watch
beat the memory out of my own head.
American Pie Presents
Bandcamp.
Girls Rule.
No,
Whoa.
Nate. What is that? Was that like the 6th or 7th? Like,
Yeah, it is. It is the like 6th maybe film.
Is Eugene Levy in it?
Oh no, the 5th installment. It is the 5th. No, he is not in it.
Is anybody in it from the first one?
No.
by that point, I think they would have to have been like the 4th or 5th because they started doing the straight to video ones after the 3rd one. I think.
Yeah, it was. It is the 5th. And this has there weren't really anybody I knew in this film.
Yeah.
There weren't really anybody you knew?
There was one.
Okay,
that I
who?
knew. A guy named Darren Barnett. Do you know Darren Barnett?
Oh yeah, he's from Never Have I Ever, right?
Yes, and he's been in some other things too. Let me think.
He was in Roadhouse,
Yes.
Roadhouse.
Yep.
the new Roadhouse, not the Swayze
Roadhouse.
Roadhouse.
Yeah, and so he's also in Gran Turismo.
Yes.
So I feel like he's a guy that has a career now.
Mhm.
Well enough anyway. But I know him most from Never Have I Ever because I loved that show. And he's really good. And apparently he's looking at his Wikipedia right now, a series regular in a show called Chicago Med, which I don't watch, but I think is
It's a part of a huge interconnected
Yeah,
series
exactly.
of Chicago
I think
shows.
it's a legit show.
They all
on-
shoot legitimately in Chicago too, which is that we can always go watch them film whenever we want to, but we don't.
The other one in here.
I mean this from the bottom of my heart. Hard fucking pass. I'd rather take up smoking and then try to quit.
Darren
than watch
Barnett.
anything being taped in Chicago on PD, Fire, Hope, whatever the fuck.
No, Chicago Hope is separate. It's a different. Darren Barnett also has done some significant voice work too. I believe he has a character in Blue Eye Samurai. Is it, or is it another?
I have a lot of respect for the Chicago shows. I was just
Yes,
having a lot of fun
He is a series regular in Blue Eye Samurai,
Yeah.
Jurassic World, Chaos Theory, Skull Island. He's got a voice in
Which I've heard
there.
actually is apparently good. It's an anime thing that's tied to Kong Skull Island. That's apparently very good.
Okay.
So, but anyway, so this is this also has Danny Trejo in it. Just
Sure.
playing Machete.
What year did this come out, Nate?
2020.
Okay. Wow,
And-
that recent.
Yeah. No, that's what I'm like. I didn't even hear of this film. You know what? Maybe
Wait,
they're
hold
making-
on. Do we even ask like why did you watch this?
Yeah, why didn't you just go watch the original movie?
Because I thought, you know what? They're still making these films. Let's see if they're still making them for a reason. And I'm here to report they're not. They're not still
It's
making
money.
them for a
It's
reason.
money.
What money are you making on this?
the people who don't know better as far as like what the quality movies are and who think they might see a sneak peek of a tit.
A sneak peek of a tit.
I want you to know there's no nudity in this.
Wow, that's even more disappointing.
But So anyway, this
God, Shannon Elizabeth.
yeah.
was
Calm
just
down.
No, I will not.
I want you to know right
never.
I want you
She
to
was so fucking hot.
I want you to know the visual I'm looking at right now is Ben with his shirt partially rolled up his belly and his shorts pulled up like he looks like he just got done running a track meet.
Yeah, no. And I'm thinking about Shannon Elizabeth.
Yeah, I'm worried that there's going to be something poking out here in a little bit.
Oh, you know where it's too small. You can't see it.
No, Shannon Elizabeth was
Shannon, call me.
Shannon Elizabeth
Go.
was quite the looker when the first American Pie came
Yeah,
out.
I worked on American Pie. I was on a key grip.
Oh, you know what?
And you watch yourself there, Buster. You invited me on this podcast. I walked around, okay, in my skivvies. Yeah, and I see Miss Elizabeth. I called her Miss Elizabeth. Not to be confused with the wrestling Miss Elizabeth. That's a completely different person.
If you hadn't said that, I wouldn't have even confused.
Randy Macho Man Savage and I are friends, but neither here nor there. And you know what I told her? I said, in this one, okay, just this take, get them tits out. And made her a star. Do I get the credit? No.
I don't know why we invited Bumper, the key grip from American Pie.
Well, Bumper's my nickname because all the coke I gave Shannon Elizabeth.
So, cool.
She was skinny. Well, anyway, I gotta go.
Yeah, thanks for coming, Bumper.
Hey, I gotta correct myself. I was wrong about something.
Oh boy.
There was nudity?
No.
Oh.
But
You sure you didn't miss it like on a bathroom trip or something?
So this is the fifth.
He didn't pause it and he missed the one tit.
Yeah.
This is the fifth installment of the American Pie Presents films.
Yes.
It is
Meaning there
the
have been-
ninth film
Yeah.
overall in the American Pie.
Yeah. There's 4 primary American Pie
It's
movies.
1, 2, 3, and Reunion.
It's also
and then American. No, it's 1, 2, 3 American Wedding, and then American Reunion.
the first film in the series
So
to
this would be
not
number 10
feature
then.
Eugene Levy.
I'm sorry. What I mean is the third one is American Wedding.
Oh, yeah. Sorry.
If
Wait, you said this is the first one not to have Levy in it?
yeah, Eugene
Wow.
Levy.
Levy's in all the other American Pie Presents ones.
Yes,
Wow, that's surprising.
and
didn't even
I don't
realize
know
that.
if he's in it much. But
It's probably a bit part.
Yep. This is also the first one to contain no nudity, and it involves a connection to the original film, though.
Is it like Stifler's sister or something?
Wow, good job! It is Stifler's cousin.
There you go.
Is a role in there,
Is it Sisler?
and so she, Stephanie Stifler,
Stephanie's
played by Lizzie Broadway, and
It's a fake name. This isn't a real movie.
Kevin O'Shea.
Did you have AI do this? Is
it does feel
this the game?
and so it is
This
essentially
the game?
it is the story of the first one with girls. And
I guess
so-
I like that spin, but I also wish they would have just done it like properly, though. Like just
Yep,
do a
that's
teen sex comedy with girls. But
Exactly.
I guess that's what Blockers is in a way.
No,
it is.
yeah, and then
But
you
Blockers is such a better film.
Oh yeah,
You
Right.
get, like,
100%.
then in this one, you get like an 18-year-old just man hanging dong, and his name is Shane Elizabeth.
And he like slaps a lamp with it. And
It
just breaks
turns.
it.
He turns and he accidentally knocks a pie off the windowsill. He's not trying to fuck it. His dick is so big that it just slaps it like a hog,
Yeah.
and it just shatters on the ground. And he goes, "Oh no!"
His dick is as long as Don McLean's American Pie song.
Yep. Bye, bye, Miss American Pie.
So did you like American Pie girls like fuck the sun or
Girl-
whatever
girls,
it's called?
girls.
Girls
No,
Fuck
it was
the
not
Sun.
good. I wanted and you guys know this. I watch and enjoy
I
bad
love
films.
girls.
I watch and enjoy bad films. And a coming of age film that's a comedy is a film that I would probably enjoy at a lower level. This was not good at all.
Yeah, that makes sense. Well, at
So-
least you know not to mess with the other ones now.
So I'll be watching all the other 9. Did you guys watch when it came out, did you watch the first American Pie?
Yeah, I watched them all. I mean,
oh yeah, I've
you gotta
seen
imagine for me,
I've seen the 4.
for me at the time, American Pie was like the kind of thing where like because I'm a horny teenager, like I wanted to because I'm like, oh, this is a sex comedy. I know there's gonna be some nudity in it.
I mean, I just liked at that age, right? Just the raunchy humor was right up my alley.
Yeah.
I mean, it's who we were made to laugh at, at that time.
Yeah, so but no, I have seen, and I enjoy them. Obviously, there are things about the first 2 that have not aged very well as far as things like consent and not being a fucking pervert.
Consent and not being a pervert.
The third one is probably the most charming as far as having heart, because it is the wedding between Jason Biggs and Allison Hannigan. And Reunion, well, conceptually, I was intrigued by getting that group back together. It is just not a good movie.
Yeah, it's just pretty phoned in.
Yeah.
So yeah, those are the only two films I really care to talk about.
I watched Conclave.
Yep. You sure did.
That's it, because I watched every single documentary about Saturday Night Live. I mean, it took my
We've
entire
been doing a lot of SNL pre-work.
Week up, honestly.
Unfortunately, only one of those is feature length, so we won't talk about them. But the one that is feature length, if you're, you should check all of the SNL documentaries out there available on Peacock right now. There are 4 that's part of a docuseries called SNL 50 Beyond Saturday Night. There's one called Ladies and Gentlemen, 50 Years of SNL Music, which Questlove directed. And just the beginning of the documentary itself is awesome, because he does this incredible thing where he mashes up the live performances of songs that were performed on the show into this big, cool remix.
He is, and I know we're not really talking about this at length, but I will say Questlove, after watching his ability to literally him the Roots play backup for every genre possible.
40 songs during the SNL homecoming concert he performed.
Not miss a literal fucking
they're
beat.
incredible.
Yeah. They're perfect.
He's unbelievable.
I could not believe it.
Yeah, just a huge talent. And he directed a great documentary.
Yeah.
So
the man is just uber talented.
Check out Peacock for all of the SNL documentaries, including SNL The Homecoming Concert, which was the thing that preceded the SNL 50th anniversary special, which we also all watched and did an episode of the 10 to 1 podcast. So if you like SNL and you want to hear us talk about that, be sure to check that episode out about that. But shifting back into proper movies, Ben, did you watch anything else?
I really did not.
Really?
Yeah.
You haven't watched any other movies?
I'm not joking, dude.
You've been sick.
I was sick for 4 days on my ass doing nothing. But literally, I mean, there was probably 8 hours of content of the Saturday Night Live stuff, and
there really was, yeah.
Plus, we've been watching a lot of YouTube content, trying to get all the interviews in.
Yeah,
it's been a ton.
Yeah, no, so it was fantastic. This is why I'm happy to get it back on the truck here, because the Gorge came out, and I think I'm gonna start that tonight after the podcast. I want to watch it for a little bit.
I actually started pretty weak with movies this year in general. Like 2025, I just kind of was like lazy about it. Like I haven't seen a 2025 release in movie theaters this year yet.
You didn't do the Captain America or anything?
I haven't had a chance to see it yet. I saw A Complete Unknown in theaters, but that's released from last year.
Can you imagine a world like 10 years ago where you would say, like, it's been 4 days and I haven't seen the newest Marvel movie?
Yeah. I know, right? It just kind of goes to show you where we're at right now.
Yeah.
I would have seen it ahead of time. I
don't care.
No. I was scheduled to go to a press screening the Tuesday of release week, but I got sick, and so I didn't go. Otherwise, I would have seen it. But I will be trying.
Are reviews mixed? Or
reviews are mixed to somewhat negative. That it's just mostly just that it's fine.
It's at a 50% on Rotten Tomatoes.
It's fine.
The audience score is 80, right? So people.
But I'm gonna try and see it this week. I just want to see it just to get it out of the way.
I heard
that's a great reason to see a movie. You know what? Just to get it out of the way.
What I did read about it is the film's fine. It's just not that compelling.
Yeah,
right?
I've heard the story is not that interesting. I've heard that like the political elements feel like that they don't do anything like significant.
There's nothing bad about it. I read,
but Anthony Mackie is good in the role. Harrison Ford's good in it, and too like the action's solid, but it just doesn't really deliver much that you haven't seen before, and it's not. Doesn't feel like it's
to make a very successful superhero movie these days. You have to reinvent the wheel. You do. You have to bring something you have not seen before, and it's been a long time. Are you hot on the Thunderbolts for that reason?
I'm not hot on Thunderbolts. I'm curious about Thunderbolts. It looks like it could be fun, but I've cooled on Marvel so much, that I'm not like super jazzed about anything Marvel right now.
Are you not jazzed about Downey Jr. as Dr. Doom?
No.
I'm not, honestly, I'm not.
I won't be until I get a better idea of what the story is or how they're using him.
Is it the Russo brothers?
Russo brothers are doing.
So I mean,
I'm more jazzed about trusting them.
Yeah,
but
that's fair.
I would be if like they hadn't already done it well before, and like I wish that they would just do something different instead of going back to the well. Because
they tried. They did the Gray Man.
No, I know, but that's what I mean. Is like this is obviously
that one wasn't good.
This is obviously what like they think.
I thought you didn't like. I didn't dislike the Gray Man.
No, I'm just fucking with Brad a little bit. I like the Gray Man.
No, I don't think the Gray Man is very good.
It's not great.
Yeah, tell me what your favorite part in the Gray Man was.
The scene where they fight.
Good. So I Haven't seen much in theaters, but I did get a big boost in my numbers because the 2025 Sundance Film Festival happened, and I was able to do the virtual component of that. So I was able to see roughly 12 to 15 movies, and I'm not going to talk about all of them, so fuck off, Nate, with your fucking heavy sighs and your bullshit.
I started to get up. I moved my foot, and I was like, I'm just going to go to the bathroom. Tell me what I missed. And actually don't. I'm going to get up and say, I'm going to go to the bathroom, and then I'm going to come back and be like, hey, you don't fucking catch me up. You leave me this simple pleasure that I have.
I want to be in the dark.
Missing out on that.
I am going to talk about two that were fantastic for entirely different reasons.
All right, you're going to talk about two films.
The first one is Twinless, which is a movie starring Dylan O'Brien. He plays two twin brothers, one of them who has died, and the other one is mourning him. He's sad and angry and trying to figure his life out.
I like Dylan O'Brien.
His brother was a more vibrant, nicer guy, and he's kind of a dim bulb, not really all that cool, kind of a jerk.
I found out that somebody in my life had described me, hey man, Konowitz, a bit of a dim bulb, I would be so hurt.
Yeah.
I would not be mad. I would be actually hurt.
That'd be something I'm bringing up with my therapist.
Yeah, no,
sure.
I'd be like, call me a dim bulb.
I don't know.
I
don't know what
is
to
that. Is
do
that
with that.
Is that a low intelligence thing? Am I dumb enough where I don't know what the context is?
So this movie is directed by James Sweeney, who also co-stars in the movie, and it follows this budding relationship between this surviving twin and James Sweeney, who plays a guy he meets in this bereavement group for twins who have lost their twin.
That is a very
specific, yeah. And so there's a bit of quirkiness to the movie, but not overly so. The movie does this fantastic thing where it dances a very delicate line between being a dark comedy that's very funny and also a little bit of a thriller. And I won't give away what the thriller aspect is, but it makes the movie very interesting. And Dylan O'Brien is fantastic in
what
this
else
movie.
Has he been in?
He's the lead in The Maze Runner, and he's Dan
I
Aykroyd.
fucking
Dan
love
Aykroyd
him.
in Saturday Night.
Oh,
Yeah,
I love him.
yeah, and so he is phenomenal in this movie.
He's also in a film I love called Love and Monsters.
Yes.
Okay,
phenomenal
so
movie.
now that I know it's him and that's what
Yeah.
that guy's name is, I will watch this movie. That's incredible.
And honestly, he's great in the movie, but James Sweeney himself as the filmmaker and the co-star, he has a vibe of if Ezra Miller never comes back, James Sweeney could fill that role. Very, very good actor, very good filmmaker,
But a little bit quirky.
a little bit quirky, yeah, a little has a little bit of a
little bit dangerous.
hipster sensibility to him, a little bit.
A little dangerous.
But Dylan O'Brien playing the
quirky.
two roles, because there are flashbacks and things like that.
No, he's not in the Flash.
You see him as
anymore.
both the gay brother who died and this straight dim bulb kind of guy who's
Why does he have to be gay? Like a gay brother. Why can't he just be a brother?
he just is a gay brother. It's part of the story.
Yeah, but he's just a brother.
It's just his brother died. Why is his gay brother have to die?
You'll understand when you see the movie why it's important to talk about the
See,
two roles that he
this
plays.
is what he does.
But it also does
This is what he
it
does.
shows the how the two performances are drastically different. Because he plays the way he carries himself.
Oh my God. I'm gonna watch this movie and it's just gonna be one character oh my God, and then goes, hey, you're gay.
So
wow, Brad fucking loved this movie.
no, but so that's the great thing is the way he plays them is there's a clear delineation between them. But he doesn't do the obvious
Sure.
thing. But it's just as simple things as
What is the obvious thing?
Yeah,
the
Brad.
way what Ben just did, the mean effeminate impression that he just did. But no, the way he carries himself as the brother who passed away, there's this confidence and swagger with the way he walks. It's subtle things in the performance and just the kind of dull, normal way that he plays the main character.
That's cool.
It's just a really good performance. I loved it. I wrote an article about it on Slasham about it, but it's called Twinless. It got a little bit of buzz out of the festival because it was one of 3 movies for the first time ever during the virtual component of Sundance where people were posting clips of the movie on TikTok and they had to take the movies off of the virtual portal because people were abusing their virtual tickets.
Yeah, of course they were.
So that's great, and I'm sure it ruined the virtual portal for next year.
Ban TikTok.
Wonderful. Upset by that. Yeah, ban TikTok. Fuck TikTok.
No, it's not TikTok. It's the people that
That's
are
true.
using it.
Yeah, whatever.
Yes, I agree with Nate. But no, so that's called Twinless.
Ban TikTok. The kids are fine.
It should come out sometime this year, but no specific release date or anything like that. But it did get picked up from the festival.
And only 100 minutes. That's a great time for
Easy breezy, beautiful cover girl.
Another movie I watched is called Predators, and this is a documentary, and it's not about anything that you would be excited about, Ben.
I mean, you said it. I'm like, wait a minute.
Well, actually, hold on. It is technically about something Ben would be excited about, and you'll understand when I tell you what the movie's about. It's a documentary about To Catch a Predator.
Fiance Brittany told me about this film. I'm excited about seeing
it follows the rise in interest and popularity of the program that Dateline did called To Catch a Predator, where they set up sting operations with Chris Hansen as the host to catch potential people who were trying to sleep with underage girls.
Hey, why don't you sit down? Is that Bartles and James? Why don't you have a seat?
Why are you here? So it goes through the rise of that show and how it became popular. But then what it does is really fascinating, and it's going to make a lot of people uncomfortable because it starts to dig into the reason, first of all, why the show got popular and how the show itself wasn't really accomplishing what it should have been setting out to accomplish. Were
these men all innocent?
No.
Oh.
But what it does though is it shows you because what's the idea of convicting somebody of a crime and sending them to prison?
Well, it should be rehabilitation.
Correct. That's not what To Catch a Predator is trying to do, because they're getting ratings and they're getting popularity based on these people being humiliated. And what the documentary does is it digs into the nuance of these criminals, these people, what they're doing, and it, in a sense, makes you feel sorry for them.
Is that though where we want to go?
So that's the thing, though, is no, and that's why it's uncomfortable, though, because sure, they're doing bad things. You don't want to feel sorry for them.
They're gonna have sex with a 12-year-old.
Sure, but
I did see this on my bingo card for tonight's episode that Brad was going to be defending pedophiles,
and so I knew you were going to make stupid jokes about this, but that's what makes this documentary actually fascinating and it's interesting to watch, because you come away with a feeling that you wouldn't expect. Because it's not that they're trying to make you feel bad for them for being pedophiles or that they deserve some kind of sympathy despite their crimes, even though there is an aspect to that, because the whole idea is if you're going to catch these people doing this, is why aren't you trying to figure out why they're doing this? What's happening? There's no digging into the actual mental issues that come from it, and you feel bad for it because they start to show footage of stuff that was recorded by NBC for these episodes of after they were caught, of the actual police interrogations afterwards. And you hear some of them talk about, they're like, I know that I have a problem. And this is when they don't think the cameras are rolling. They're not on TV anymore. They're genuinely talking about, I know that this is bad. I don't know what to do. I don't know why I feel this way, And the show never does anything to try and actually do what the prison or the justice system is supposed to do.
I obviously haven't seen the movie, but I would posit that it's not really fucking their job.
But that's the thing, though, is what they're doing, though.
Hey, we caught it now. No. Prison system, do your job and rehabilitate.
But that's the thing, though, is they're profiting off of what they say is doing good work by stopping these people, but they're not doing the full job that is required to do those things, even though they are. We're working with some law enforcement people, but there are real law enforcement people who they talked to at the show who they said they advised the police department that did work with the show not to do it because they don't have the intentions that you're expecting and stuff like that. And what's particularly interesting is they talk to some people who have the view that you guys do about should we feel bad for them? No, they're evil, bad, heinous people. They're criminals. They get what they get.
Hey, what's up? Words in my mouth. I didn't say any of that.
But then they show, then they show one of these prosecutors, one of the clips of these guys talking afterwards about knowing that he needs help and actually upset and wanting, asking how he can fix this, how he can be better. And he himself, after literally in the previous, just a few minutes ago in the same interview, talking just dismissive and not caring about any of that, starting to feel bad for them, because you get the full picture of sure, he was going to do some bad shit, but it's because he's mentally sick and he doesn't know why. And so but the goal should be rehabilitation and punishment for doing something wrong, not just punishment and profiting for entertainment.
But
but at least they caught these people,
you're blaming the net and
No,
not
but-
and not what the people do after they're caught. Like
No, but
that's not
Like,
the problem.
Isn't it not good that this
The
person
net is the problem because they're not doing it with noble intentions, and there's no actual follow up from either justice wise or the show wise.
I still blame
of solving the actual problem.
I still blame the justice part of that, and I don't necessarily blame the show because even if it's for profit, you're still taking bad people off the street.
So you say that
It's
now
fine.
if you watch this documentary, and I think you should, you'll see that To Catch a Predator did not have really the most noble intentions.
No,
especially once they start getting popular.
I'm saying that's fine.
It's not, and you'll understand why when you watch the show.
Did anybody get arrested that wasn't trying to fucking for no matter what the reason? Did anybody get falsely accused?
So the thing that you have to remember is that they set up the sting operation to trick them into doing it. So they don't necessarily know if they've done it. It's just a matter of they were going to try to do this. That's the crime. It's bad. It's terrible. The problem is the reason that they're trying to do it, they pretend it's just because we're getting criminals off the streets and that kind of stuff like that. Once you see what the show becomes after it gets popular very quickly and how they set up things and the things that they do wrong and do kind of in a sketchy way where they're trying to get around potential ethical questioning of how they catch these people and stuff like that.
See, and that's the other side of it. Like, it's one thing to be, okay, this is part of a sting operation the police are doing. We're going to record it.
Yeah.
Chris Hansen's going to be allowed to go in and say, like, hey, have a seat. That's one thing. The other thing is, like, hey, you want a free boat? And then you come in like, oh, I want a free boat. Oh yeah, hold on, my underage daughter's here, and also here, have a couple cocktails first, then go in there. Like, how much are they leading these people to like under false premises and making them?
That's different, right?
Exactly.
And it's also, and on top of that, it's also that like they start doing it more so for the humiliation, for like because it's entertaining for people. And like they're watching it because they want to see these people. It's basically just about pulling off.
Because I'm fine with that if the person was there of their own volition because they met a girl online and are trying to fucking.
And we're trying to meet a girl.
Yeah, exactly. And like their intention was there, and it was a sting operation, and yeah, humiliate the fuck out of them. But if you're being tricked into a situation where you weren't even maybe going to do that, and you don't know any better because you're mentally disabled or something, of course I'm gonna have a problem with that.
But that's the whole thing, though. Is like it's turning something that shouldn't be entertainment into entertainment, and it's not about that. So
they would say like the same with the cops show, right? Any show that has criminals on it,
you're gonna
shouldn't profit off.
You're going to be watching for the wrong reasons,
yeah.
And they can say all they want, but you're watching for the wrong reasons.
And the other thing that is also frustrating is they dig into the influence that To Catch a Predator had, and how there are copycats out there. People
there's
on YouTube now.
YouTube shows,
yeah.
Like,
there's this guy named Skeet Hansen who does. I know exactly. He does.
Is that really his name?
Yeah, it's really. Well, it's at least the persona he puts on.
Well, it's Chris's son.
He's black. Not his
What?
son.
Why couldn't that be a thing?
I mean,
Adoption.
I
happens.
don't think Chris Hansen is black.
and that's the investigative journalism that makes Nate stand out in the crowd.
Nate's known for.
Hey, Brett, sit down.
But no,
what's the Bartles and James?
The fact
all
that they talk to this Skeet Hansen guy and they like follow his own sting operations, and this is a guy who is doing it for the clout, but he tries to pretend he's doing it like to be a good thing.
Sure.
And it's
he's doing it for the clicks and the views.
And it's even worse because he's not working with law officials. Like they'll call the police once they have someone in like a hotel room that they've tricked into being there, and the police know the game and what's going on, but like they can't do anything about it. Like there's nothing they can do except review the tapes, maybe look into the guy's history and relationships and stuff like that. But like the way this guy talks about it, he's such like a fucking douche nozzle prick.
So I guess for me, I could totally see how To Catch a Predator was not a good show, and but I also, the hard thing about this is this requires levels of nuance that are really difficult to get, because I will not feel bad that somebody that tried to meet a 12-year-old girl to have sex with is behind bars.
No, and you shouldn't. That's not the point. What it is.
But what if they were tricked into getting there? You know, what if they were accidentally told, well, there might or may not be a 12-year-old girl, so I don't know, buddy. You should probably feel bad for that guy.
But it's about the idea of like exploiting stuff like that purely for entertainment and not trying to.
I feel like that
I don't
says,
see a problem with it.
I also think, Brad, that says something about us, right?
Yeah, no, 100%.
About our view of justice and
by the time you get to the end of the documentary, you understand that the title of the movie, Predators, has layers. Has several meanings based on like what the documentary focuses on, the kind of what it reveals about certain people, and it's just it was I was not expecting it to
become
this,
pro pedophilia, but here we are.
I was not expecting it to be this kind of documentary, and I was fascinated and like just like really taken aback by what the filmmaker was trying to say. And the filmmaker does have a certain amount of investment in this kind of like of crime, essentially, because he himself is a victim of sexual abuse. Like
he was a victim of To Catch a Predator. And this is just a real long con where he's coming back. Gotcha, bitch! You tricked me into it!
See, I told you, he wasn't fair to me. But
that'd be really funny.
I will say this. I'm going to guess when this film comes out, and if it has any kind of...
And that's the thing is, I'm not even sure any distributor really is going to want to try to touch it.
I am going to guess there's going to be right-wing type of voices that say this is a pro-pedophilia film.
Oh, I'm sure.
And so, because there's going to be a nuance that is required to watch this film, right? And if you just probably look, because most people, right, they decide what they're going to do based on just a trailer or based on the synopsis of it. And even in a conversation tonight, there are times when it sounds like, wait, you're defending.
Yeah,
exactly.
And again, you have to see this film, obviously. The nuances are lost in a conversation like this in the first place,
But no, it's called Predators. It's a fantastic film. I hope that it gets distribution and gets released because people should see it. And it's just, these are the kind of documentaries I like, where they make you feel uncomfortable by revealing information you maybe didn't think about and presenting it in a way that you maybe haven't thought about it before.
Hey, let's play a game.
I will quickly talk about...
You said that you were going to watch...
I was going to talk about two Sundance movies.
Oh.
There's two other movies that I saw that are relevant that you'll be interested to hear about, I think, if you haven't watched them yet. Amy Schumer has a new comedy called Kind of Pregnant on Netflix.
Is that called Kind of Pregnant?
It is.
I did not want to see this at all. Is that good?
It's decent. It's an R-rated comedy. It's produced by Happy Madison. There are elements of it that have a little bit of the stupid Happy Madison thing to it. There's one particular physical gag early on that I was like, why are we doing this?
Is the one where she lights her belly on fire?
No.
Real quick.
Yeah.
That does happen, but
Lizzie Broadway, the one that I mentioned from the American Pie, is in this film.
Who does she play?
Amy
Schumer. Plays Shirley, a younger teacher.
Oh, okay. Oh, I think I know who she is then. But anyway, the movie it's pretty funny. There's some good stuff in it. It has a story that you haven't seen in the pregnancy like romantic comedy
where it's fake
sphere before. Amy Schumer is good in it. There are some amusing moments, but it's a little too long. And Ben, you wouldn't be able to watch this because it's one of those movies where like the lie has to be kept up.
Yeah, fuck that.
But there are some surprisingly funny moments in it that I was caught off guard by. But otherwise, it's just.
It's got Will Forte. I guess.
And Will Forte is very charming in it. It's a role that you wouldn't expect from him. It's one of the more low key, subdued performances he's ever done. He plays the love interest for Amy Schumer. But it's a nice movie. It's charming enough. It's funny. There's some good laughs in it. I didn't love it. I wish it was a little bit better and tighter. But it's enjoyable enough.
Yeah, I saw the trailer. I'm like, this just doesn't look great to me. So.
And then I watched another comedy that is available on Prime Video now called You're Cordially Invited, which is a wedding comedy following Will Ferrell and Reese Witherspoon as the parents of two different brides who are getting married at the same secluded kind of like island, not tropical island, but like more of like a rustic island destination.
This one has better reviews. Did you like this one better?
What's it called?
You're Cordially Invited.
I think we watched the trailer for this.
We did.
Yeah. I didn't like this one better only because it's a 2-hour comedy. And,
it's tough.
And you feel it.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Goes a little too long. But it does have some very funny moments in it. Will Ferrell is pretty funny. Has a solid ensemble cast surrounding them. There's some good players outside of Ferrell and Witherspoon, which is a surprising pairing. Like you wouldn't expect that to be something is like that you'd be excited about.
The last time that I, and I'll say this on paper, the last time I saw a movie like this come out that I actually did watch and was like, oh, that's not what I expected, was Downhill. Because it was presented as Julia Louis-Dreyfus and Will Ferrell as a husband and wife. I'm like, oh, what a cool pairing of comedy legends. And then I watch it. It's a sad movie, really. It's not really a comedy.
I would have watched it then.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. You'd love it.
It's more of a dark comedy about a family kind of coming apart.
So that reminds me of this. Like, oh, Reese Witherspoon and Will Ferrell. That could be a funny dynamic. Is it any slapstick? Is it?
There's some slapstick. It's so it's directed by Nicholas Stoller, who did Forgetting Sarah Marshall and The Muppets and 5 Year Engagement.
Just not as good as those.
Yeah, so it's got that going for it, and you can feel some of that energy.
The pull towards that. Yeah,
it just never quite reaches that level of greatness.
2 hours.
Yeah. Geraldine Viswanathan is in it. She plays Will Ferrell's daughter.
Gesundheit.
Jimmy Tatro is in it. So that's a nice touch. Rory Scovel has a small role. Jack McBrayer has a bit part. Peyton Manning has a cameo. Fortune Feimster has a little role in it. So there are amusing moments throughout. I laughed, but it does feel too long, and it never quite gets the full energy that you want to see in a movie like this.
Because especially when you know the pedigree of the director, and you're like, man, I know what that dude's capable of when he makes a great movie like Forgetting Sarah Marshall. Like that's an
all-time great romantic comedy. Yeah. But it's on Prime Video if you want to watch it. It's not a total waste of time, but I just didn't walk away loving it.
Sure.
And that's it. That's all.
Hey, you want to play a game, Nate? Let's play a game.
Or do you want to talk about trailers?
Nope, game.
Oh, okay. All right. Welcome to the Coming of Age Showdown, where we'll test Brad and Ben's knowledge on some of the most iconic and beloved coming of age films.
I'm gonna suck at this, and Brad is gonna be amazing.
That's an evergreen statement.
No, I normally don't say
evergreen statement.
But he still thinks he's 14. He still thinks, world by the tail, put it in my pocket.
What's that stutter?
You're fucking put it in my pocket. Take it with me.
Bitch.
All right. So I'm going to ask you a question. We're going to ping pong this, okay? We're not going to do a buzzer.
Yes.
So ping.
I'm going to start with Ben.
Ping. Oh.
All right. This is round 1. Keep track of your own points. I can't count. All right. In which film does the main character create an alter ego named McLovin?
Superbad.
Correct.
Wow. You got that one.
I told you I was going to be really good at this, and Brad's going to suck at it.
Wow.
Hey, Brad.
Yeah.
Which movie features a high school student who navigates cliques called the Plastics?
Oh, that's Mean Girls.
All right.
The fuck was that?
That's my smuggle.
In Ferris Bueller's
Your what?
Smug giggle.
Smuggle?
That's
actually a poor muggle from Harry Potter.
We're going back to the Harry Potter.
That's a smutty muggle.
You fucking smutty muggle.
Yeah, smuggle.
All right. In Ferris Bueller's Day Off, what model of car do Ferris and his friends borrow for their day off?
A Ferrari.
The Ferrari GT California. It is his love. It is his passion. It is his fault he didn't lock the garage.
What year?
1961.
61. Oh. Wow, that is... I don't know how he does it.
Well, to be fair, Ferris Bueller's Day Off is one of your favorite. Like, you really do love it.
I have been watching Ferris Bueller's Day Off since I was a young child who probably should not have been watching Ferris Bueller's Day Off.
Brad, do you think that you've seen it more than 9 times?
9 times.
All right. This is your question. Which film is set in Dublin during the 1980s?
I think that 9 times thing is one of the times where like we both understood a reference, and I was just like, yeah, this is a good friendship.
It's the only time.
Yeah.
No, this is a good friendship for now.
He called you Victoria Jackson.
just wedge driven.
Yeah, thanks, Nate. I'm back on hating him.
All right. Which film is set in Dublin during the 1980s and revolves around a boy starting a band to impress a girl?
Ooh, it's Sing Street, my favorite.
He does love Sing Street.
All right. Hey, who directed The Breakfast Club?
John Hughes.
Correct.
It's Juan Hughes.
In Napoleon Dynamite, what kind of dance does Napoleon perform to help his friend win the class presidency?
What kind of dance?
Into what song?
I don't know. Did they ever say the kind of dance?
It's just, let's say it's a solo dance. What song, though, is the most important?
It's a Jamiroquai song, and it's, gosh, what is it called? It's Canned Heat.
Correct.
And were you going for interpretive dance?
I was just gonna say, like, it was just a solo,
okay.
Just a solo dance. All right. Which film features the characters Olive Pendergast and her unique approach to dealing with high school rumors?
Come on, Ben.
Olive Pendergast?
Mm-hmm.
And her what?
Unique approach to dealing with high school rumors. It's easy.
Yeah, very easy.
Yeah, so I have no idea.
She faked rocked your world.
She fake
It's
rocked
a
your world.
film.
Fake rocked your world.
Mm-hmm.
Clueless.
Easy film.
Clueless.
You'd get a good grade for if you guessed it.
Easy A.
There you go.
No.
Dumb shit.
I don't think I've ever seen it.
You haven't seen Easy A?
Oh,
Wait,
it's
is Stanley
so
Tucci
good.
in it?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay, I've seen it, yeah.
All right. And Lady Bird. Have you ever seen Lady Bird?
Oh.
Okay. Ew.
What is the real name of the main character who calls herself Lady Bird?
Fuck. I do not remember that. That's a good question. It's a good trivia question, Nate. I don't know.
Christine McPherson.
There you go. I think it's Saoirse Ronan.
Yep. Which I've never been able to pronounce.
Well, now you know the rest
No,
of
I
the story.
still can't do it.
I'm not going to do it right now. I mean, you just said it. And, okay, this is not a bit. Just say her name again.
Saoirse Ronan.
No, one more. Okay, one more time. And go.
Saoirse.
Shar.
This is like that SNL bit with the weird artist Maya Rudolph and Fred Armisen. Like, Jarf.
Sheriff.
Jarf.
Sheriff.
right.
Sheriff Rinsing.
Hey, I think, Ben, this is you.
Okay.
Dazed and Confused is set during the last day of school in which year?
I'll guess 1976.
Correct.
Is it really?
Yep.
Wow, good guess.
Thanks.
Brad.
Pong.
Which actor plays a teacher named Mr. Bruner in The Edge of 17?
There's only one teacher actor I know in that movie, and it's got to be Woody Harrelson.
Correct.
Nice.
All right. In this round, I will describe a character from one of the films, and you two hooligans must name the character. Each correct answer earns you 2 points. Keep track of your own points.
I have 4.
Yeah, you guys aren't keeping track of your
I have
points.
all but one of the points.
We're tied at 6.
Sure.
All right.
Who's this for?
This is for you.
Oh, okay.
She's an unpopular girl who gets a makeover from the most popular girl in school, Cher Horowitz.
You want the character name?
Yeah, wait, what
Yep.
am I doing? The character name?
Yes.
Lindsay Lohan. I don't know her name.
No, so there's
You
Cher.
thought Lindsay Lohan was in...
Mean Girls?
It's Clueless.
No, Clueless.
There's Cher, there's D, and then D for Dion, and then it's what is this Brittany Murphy's character
Yeah.
name?
Chloe.
I'm gonna hate myself when I hear it.
Ty Frazier.
Ty. Fuck.
Whoa.
All right. This character is an overachiever who finds out her best friend is dating her older brother.
I don't
Just
remember.
answered a question from this.
I know. I don't remember the character's name from Edge of 17 though.
Nadine Franklin
There you go.
from Edge of 17.
I'm so much worse with most character names.
I couldn't even remember the name of the film, so
Yeah.
this is not going to be great for Ben.
All right. This character helps his classmate run for class president using unconventional campaign methods, including handing out tater tots.
That one's easy, Ben.
Pedro.
No, he helps his friend.
Oh, Napoleon.
Napoleon what?
Dinamite.
Okay.
Yeah, because it was vote for Pedro.
She's homeschooled in Africa before attending public school and struggles with fitting in.
Katie Heron.
Yeah, wow. You give me a million years. I wouldn't know.
Seen Mean Girls so many
Lindsay
times.
Lohan's character in that one.
I said this name to you just a few minutes ago.
Sasha Risebard. Sir Criso Sucrose. Rise and roll.
A high school senior who creates a fake identity to help her socially awkward friend gain popularity.
Say that when I was just still doing sorry in my
A
head.
high school senior
Yep.
who creates a fake identity to help her socially awkward friend gain popularity. I said this name
I
just
know
a
you
couple
did.
minutes
I know
ago.
you did because it's the one that lies, right? From Easy A. But what's her name though?
Do you remember?
I got it.
Kill McTierson.
It's close. It's very close. Olive Pendergast.
Son of a bitch.
All right, we're gonna go on to songs
Great.
because songs are an essential part of
Songs are the
coming-of-age
gateway
films.
to the heart.
Yep, and they just play an essential part, right?
Go play in traffic.
That's my favorite Bruce Springsteen song.
Go play in traffic.
That's
All right.
your best
I
Bruce
will tell you
Springsteen?
the song.
I realize that I don't have the voice right now for any of this.
That was like a Nickelback impression.
I will tell you the song, and you will tell me what
Look at
film.
this traffic pattern. Every time I do it makes me want to play.
Hey, Brad.
Yeah.
Don't You by Simple Minds.
Oh, that's the Breakfast Club.
It's true.
Hey, Ben.
Boy.
We Are Young by Fun. This is easy.
I don't know it. I don't think I do anyway. Pick a movie.
I'm trying.
This is easy.
Easy A.
Ah,
Thanks for that, buddy.
Yeah, I got you, buddy. Modern Love by David Bowie. We've not mentioned this film yet.
it's coming of age.
I just listened to an interview with the main actor. I think
Yeah, I don't know.
he was on Smart List, I think.
I don't know.
I just want to make sure I'm right. Yep. A movie called Adventureland. Did you see Adventureland?
I did.
love
but yeah, I
Adventureland.
would not have remembered that.
Yep. All right. Time After Time by Cyndi Lauper.
This is on me.
Yep.
I think we have talked about this movie.
Ferris Bueller's Day Off.
No, it's Napoleon Dynamite. Damn it.
You're trying to help me out. I get it.
Sister Christian by Night Ranger. We've not talked about this one. And this is a coming of age, but it's a little bit out there for that.
Sister?
It's technically a coming of age film.
What Hot American Summer?
Boogie Nights.
Boogie Nights.
Oh, that's coming of age, all right.
Yeah.
And
Pow!
Whoa.
This is the last question. Let's see who gets this. Either one of you can get this. It's one of my favorite coming of age films. Has a great soundtrack. The main song, though, is Anyone Else But You by the Moldy Peaches.
Sing a little bit for us, Nate.
No.
No, for real.
I'm not going to.
I don't remember how it sounds.
What are the lyrics?
Anyone Else But You by the Moldy Peaches.
Give me a little bit of the melody.
I won't.
Anybody else but you by the moldy peaches.
There we go.
Anybody else but you
Just like that.
by the moldy
Why won't you give me a
peaches.
little bit of the
I don't sing.
Whoa.
You don't have to sing. Just like do a little
I'm
melody.
not going to. I didn't do it for any of
You
those
you,
ones.
This
you
is
do the trailer
very-
song with me all the time.
This is
I know.
very.
I know that
very-
you sing.
I'm tired. We've done a lot of podcasting.
Wow.
Gosh,
Just he's over
you're
it.
just a bitter old bitch.
fucking, I'm done. Now you're like, hey, sing a couple. No.
No, I don't sing. No, without no paycheck.
What the fuck was that?
That's his diva personality.
Any little thing but any other thing but you?
Oh, this is Juno.
Correct. I'm gonna say Brad wins this game.
Yeah,
But
no,
it was
you
close.
definitely did.
It was
Yeah,
close.
no, it wasn't close at all.
I tried to give you as many easy
I know,
questions as I
I-
could, but
I'm a strong man.
what is your favorite coming of age film?
I don't even
Sing
know
Street.
if I could pick, honestly.
Sing Street.
There's Sing Street's up there. Yeah, I mean, I love Ferris Bueller. Would you call Garden State coming of age? I think for me, coming of age isn't always
Could
teen.
be. I think it could be.
I feel like you can come of age at like various
Yeah,
points
I mean
in your
that's
life.
the hard thing, right?
Yeah.
We got Ferris Bueller's Day Off. We've got the Breakfast Club. Super Bad. I mean that's got
Superbad
be
is-
That's definitely coming of age.
Dazed and Confused, Mean Girls, Lady Bird,
Scary movie.
Booksmart.
It's a good one, Ben.
Napoleon Dynamite, Clueless, Juno,
Jaws.
Edge of 17,
Juno's
Sing Street,
superb.
Easy A, 8th Grade, eventually. So many great films. Loved all those films, actually.
Yeah.
All right, that's all we got.
Wow. Do we want to talk about trailers real quick?
Nah.
Ben, you want to do a trailer song?
Ben, come on, just at least do the trailer.
Yeah.
You fucking just shit all over like doing any sort of musicality whatsoever. and
Yeah,
now
but
you're
don't.
forcing
Hey,
me to do it?
but now you're wasting time. Now you're wasting time.
You bring the excitement.
You bring the music. I'll bring the enthusiasm.
I'm hungry.
I'm hungry too.
Well,
but
then eat
quicker
some musical
we get
notes
this
and
done.
churn them out.
Right,
Yeah.
you need a sandwich.
Come on, just like do
My
something.
trailer has a first name. It's Trait.
You don't know how to
Christ.
spell.
What
You don't
the
even know how to
fuck?
spell.
I think you tried to spell traitor.
I was gonna spell traitor because then I was gonna try to spin it into like him being a traitor for
Yeah,
not.
but you're not good enough.
I couldn't do it.
Yeah.
I'm so tired.
You're awful.
You tried.
My segment has a first name.
It's Movie.
And my baloney has a second name. It's Trailer. It's a movie trailer time. We're talking about some of the latest movie
That
trailers that
doesn't
are
spell baloney.
getting us excited. They're giving us a little cinematic boner. Have you ever had what?
Are we?
You don't have one?
Not for these two.
No, that's what I'm saying. Although one,
You know what? My boner has been called a Fantastic Four.
We're
Come
past
on,
the point. No, we
just-
podcasted
just
a lot
joke.
tonight.
That's good. Fuck
it's
you, that's
the
a good
best
joke.
we
I
can
don't
get
care.
right now.
yeah,
We're
not gonna
running on empty.
Yeah.
The
Joke
cup,
about me dick
the
only
cup
being
is
4 inches
empty.
long.
He's pouring from
Fantastic
nothing
4
right
inches.
Yeah, you know how like when cartoon characters cough and it sounds like they're gonna die.
now.
This is like the last gasp for old Benny boy.
Wow, just
The first
only
trailer.
only one making jokes.
The first trailer we watched was Jurassic World Rebirth. This is the first glimpse we have had at the latest film in the Jurassic World franchise.
Because we've been talking a lot about we need another Jurassic World.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
clamoring.
We have not seen enough
Clamoring.
dinosaur mayhem. And it's back. We're back, guys. The only thing interesting about this
Go on.
is that it's directed by Gareth Edwards, who directed Rogue One and the 2016 or 2014 Godzilla reboot. He's a good filmmaker. I like him a lot. I am not sure about
I like
this
Scarlett
movie.
Johansson.
I like Scarlett Johansson. I like Mahershala Ali. I do think that the new dinosaur designs are intriguing in a certain way.
They are different.
The fact that they are going to be kind of mutant dinosaurs that were in a test facility that before the original Jurassic Park was created is an interesting approach.
Because it is hard to be like, hey, by the way, again, big bad scary guy.
Yeah.
You know, a T-Rex style monster, right?
But there's just so much about this that, like, I just don't understand why we're still trying to keep the franchise alive. Like, just come up with a different original story that involves dinosaurs if you want to do
I
something.
think it's because it makes like $1 billion every time.
They're
Yeah,
always
it-
big.
Yeah, they make a lot of money.
I just think that, I mean, there's 1 and 2/3 good Jurassic Park movies, and that's Jurassic Park and the first 2/3 of the Lost World Jurassic Park. Jurassic Park 3 is trash. Jurassic World is fine. Jurassic World Fallen Kingdom is oof. And Jurassic World Dominion is woof.
Woof.
So I just don't.
But they chase dinosaurs around a bazaar. It's just crazy. But also, I will say, in Jurassic Park Domingo, they had the most attractive woman that has ever been in a Jurassic Park movie,
Oh,
and
wow.
including Scarlett Johansson.
DeWanda Weiss.
She is holy shit.
Yeah. She has beautiful eyes, big curly hair, and
She's
she's
just beautiful.
she's a badass in that
Yeah.
movie. But yeah, this looks okay. I don't know. I'm curious, but like I'm not excited.
Will you see this in the theater?
Yeah, I'll see it in theaters. I mean, like, you know,
I mean, if
I'll-
I'm going to see it, I'm going to see it in the theater because it's a theater type of film.
yeah.
But I probably won't see it.
I just
If I'm going to see it, I'm going to see it in the theater, but I'm not going to see it.
There's a
yeah,
good chance
I don't know. There's a chance it's good, but like I didn't see
I
anything
will
in
wait
this.
for the reviews.
I will.
I didn't see anything in this that I was like, oh, finally.
Yeah, listen, this is one of those movies that I'm going to be like, not going to find out on my own if it's good. I will absolutely be on Rotten Tomatoes.
But if
the
it gets
day
a
comes out.
60% or more, I'm going.
I'm in. If it gets an 80% or more, I'm going to the theater.
Oh, for
If
sure.
it gets less than 80, I'm like, I'll wait for it on DVD.
Yeah. Yep, for sure.
I'm checking something because I think I just said something wrong.
Oh,
that's
that's
no,
shocking
fucking-
for all of us.
No shit, Sherlock.
I just second guessed myself on something.
We talked about Fantastic
Oh,
Four.
no, never mind.
We saw Fantastic
I'm right.
Four.
For a second, I thought that maybe Gareth Edwards wasn't the director, but he is.
Good.
You could have asked me. I have my.
You know what's up.
The other trailer we watched is for a new Marvel Studios movie called Fantastic Four: First Steps. This is the third time that they have tried to bring Fantastic Four to the big screen.
But this time, Robert Downey Jr. is Doctor Doom.
Well, yes, but he's probably not going to appear until like closer to the end of the movie or a credit scene because he's going to be the big bad in Avengers Doomsday, which is coming out later.
Sure, I mean you say that, but I think he's going to be the main villain.
He could be like an end credit scene. Maybe.
Yeah, I think he'll appear at some point. But Pedro Pascal is Reed Richards. Vanessa Kirby is Sue Storm. Joseph O'Connor is
What's Joseph O'Connor been in?
Johnny Storm. He was in A Quiet Place Day 1 and Stranger Things Season 4.
I thought it was Joseph Quinn.
That's what his name is. I have been confusing Josh O'Connor and Joseph Quinn. Even though they don't look very much alike, they're both very popular right now, and like I keep flip-flopping their names.
They're both basic white guys.
Yeah. So yes, Joseph Quinn from Stranger Things 4, A Quiet Place, Day 1. He is playing Johnny Storm, and of course,
Jeremy Strong.
Eben Moss-Backrack from The Bear is playing the Thing.
Man, I thought I got it right.
And what I like most about this movie so far is the visual style.
Yeah,
I like the retro
like
futuristic 1960s look of things.
Looks fantastic.
They have to do something different
Yeah.
than the first
this
two
does
iterations.
feel different.
And this clearly takes place in a different universe than the primary Marvel Cinematic Universe, and I'm curious to see how that all comes together. But I don't see anything in this trailer that gets me super excited either.
I am actually cautiously optimistic because this did what I needed it to do, which is introduce the world a bit.
Right.
Yep.
Don't show me shit.
Yeah.
Exactly.
You know,
I'm
and I
with you.
know, and I agree. They also, I hope they're doing that in the trailer so that they don't even do it in the movie where it's like they talk about when you were invisible and this and that. Like, I hope they just go right into it. I don't even have to hear a fucking backstory.
Yeah, I mean, I don't think that we're going to get a full origin story for
Good.
Fantastic Four again, and I think that we're going to meet them when they already have their powers and whatnot. My prediction actually is going to be that we're going to spend maybe 25 minutes in this universe, and then something is going to happen that their universe is messed up, and they then end up in the MCU proper.
Because they need to end up with Avengers because
Exactly.
they're in the next Avengers.
Yeah, and whether that's early in the movie or whether it's at the end of this movie, that's what has to happen, and that's why Galactus is coming into play here. You see a little glimpse of him at the
I
end.
do hope it's more towards the end. I would love to see them take their
I want
time.
this universe. Yeah,
You know, I want to
this
see
universe
it.
for a
You
little
know?
I agree.
They don't DC this shit and just try to rush everything because now it's your third iteration of this franchise, and you want to just push it real quick. You know.
Yeah. We'll see. I'm curious. I am also optimistic. Not excited yet, but you know, it's just because I'm so cool.
More excited than I thought it would be.
Yeah, me too.
I'm just so cool on Marvel now. You know, it's going to take a lot for me to like get back and be gung ho about it again. I think, and I would love it if this movie could do that. It would feel great to get back in there.
Did you not like the last Deadpool?
That's kind of its own separate thing. You know, like it does tie to the MCU, but like they're kind of also playing in their own sandbox in a way. So it's not the same thing. Like that was a lot of fun, but it's not like a big impact on the main MCU, you know?
Yeah. Well, let us know in the comments, listeners, what you guys think. Are you
Yeah,
guys
give a shit about this or not.
or
No,
not?
you care?
Yeah.
What are we doing? Huh?
Oh, Ben's doing characters now.
No, I'm not doing cares. Just I'm tired. This has been tired. I've been tired for a long
Ben
time.
Tired becomes a Bears super fan.
Fucking been tired of your fucking attitude.
He's getting a little bit,
Yeah, attitudinal adjustment.
a little bit of mafia now.
You tire back in my car. Come over here. Knock you about the head. Is that what you want?
Some Dunkin' Donuts.
Yeah, I've been meaning to talk to you about this. I think that we need to do a spin-off of Go Flix Yourself,
Little Dunkin' Donuts.
where
Little
we
donkey.
just kind of just
You
like
know,
a
you-
soft reboot.
You fucking blinker next time, you fucking retard.
Oh my God, he just said the R word on air,
Oh, come on. Of all the people that should be judging.
and he
it's
expects
not
me to
you.
cut it.
You say that stuff all the time.
I can cut that part out. He thinks that I don't have power, but
Cut what out?
All right, end this podcast. Our listeners are dying for us to end this podcast.
I'm dying.
I am dying of old age and gout. And a lot of other things I don't want to talk about on the air.
an old gout.
Old gout is in my left foot.
Old Gout is my favorite book by
Chaucer?
Mark Twain.
Hey, Brad, where can people find you online?
Hey,
Bye, everybody. Bye.
you can find
Oh,
me
damn. I thought I'd get
on
it.
slashfilm.com writing about film and television. And you can also find me on Twitter at Ethan_Anderton. And I'm also on Blue Sky, which is a lot better than Twitter these days.
You don't have to find Ben and I. Hey, Ben, tell everyone bye.
Bye, everybody. Bye.
Nah, cheating, eh?